Hello! I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm going to whip up a quick two-person dinner that you can prepare in less than 10 minutes. So I'm going to show you guys some quick little things that I'm going to do. I threw some asparagus in a pan, and I'm going to finely dice this onion. I've already started. I did some slices this way and then some slices this way so that I could make it as fine as possible, because I'm only going to cook it in the stove for about 20 minutes. And I've preheated my oven to 400 degrees so that it will cook up really quick. And this is great because it's loaded with vegetables and vegan friendly, vegetarian friendly, but still hearty for the meat eater in your family. So now I'm going to do 3 cloves of garlic that I've peeled, and I'm just going to slice it pretty thin since I'm not cooking it for too long. If you slice it too thick, it'll be a little raw. It may stay raw, and some people like that flavor, but I prefer when it cooks a little bit more. So I'm just going to throw that right on top of the asparagus with the red onion. Just chop this really quick. And you can even mince it or dice it however you want. I'm just slicing it, as you can see. So I'm slicing it up. One more. And you can add as much garlic as you want. You have to use garlic. This is, I guess, an Italian-inspired dish. I'm using a lot of Italian flavors, as you'll see. So I have my asparagus, my onion, and my garlic so far. Now I've taken some tomatoes. You can use grape tomatoes, you can use cherry tomatoes. I've used these tomatoes here, and I'm going to just add those onto the asparagus as well. And then I have a big bunch of basil. So I'm going to cook up this basil. Now if you wanted to do it properly, as the chef would do it in a kitchen to get a perfect chiffonade, is what they call it, you would line up the leaves and then roll it. So I'll show you an example, and then I'll show you what you can do if you don't feel like. So you roll it almost like, I don't know, leaves rolled together. And then you just slice it thin, and you always want to move your knife. You don't want to move the food, because if you're moving the food, there's more of a chance that you will cut your fingers. So see, it's kind of like stringy, and that's called a chiffonade. So I'll add that to the pan as well. But really, you don't have to take the time to roll all the leaves. I'm just going to bunch them together. This is just a simple meal that I'm not trying to... It'll still be beautiful with all the colors. I don't need to worry about the basil being perfectly chopped. So I add that onto the asparagus, so now you can see we have asparagus, we have tomatoes, we have garlic, we have onions, and then this can't be complete without some protein. So I'm going to use a can of chickpeas. I try to use organic whenever possible for all of my ingredients, so that I'm not getting any extra pesticides, chemicals, herbicides. Keep it as healthy as possible. So I throw that in there, and it's just looking delicious. Okay, and then last I'm going to finish it with some chopped parsley. So I'm going to throw that on top of my vegetarian dish. And then we need a little bit of healthy fat, so I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil. And you can do a generous amount of olive oil. Don't be afraid, this is good fat for you. So you just do a nice generous amount of olive oil, and of course we need to season it with fresh black pepper and sea salt. So I'm going to do lots of nice ground black pepper. It's a little spicier if you do the fresh cracked, so your choice. If you have regular black pepper at home too that's already ground that you got from the store, that's cool too. Now I have a coarse sea salt, so you need a little bit less usually, but the fine sea salt, or if you have a grinder, is great. You can add any of that salt to your dish. And voila, simple and delicious. So I'm going to throw this in the 400-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. You can base it off of the oven times may vary, and also your desired consistency of vegetables. And if you want them, you know, more crisp, or if you like them cooked more well done. I'm going to throw this on some quinoa, but you can serve it with some crusty bread, or enjoy it alone, or with some rice. So whatever floats your boat. I hope you enjoy the quick vegetarian meal, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.